it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Craft, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today I have got a project for you that uses the smallest of the early release Just Getting Share What You Love bundles. There are 3 bundles, well, sort of 4, but there are 3 bundles available. There's the Just Getting Started, the A Little More Please, and the Gotta Have It All. But there is also, tucked down here at the bottom, kind of hiding away, is the new In Colour collection. So if the Share What You Love bundles don't grab you, although why they wouldn't, I don't know, but just in case they don't, you have also got the option of the In Colour collection, although of course you can add that on top of any of the other bundles as well. You get 10% off if you order the In Colour collection. Now it does include Grapefruit Grove, which is the colour that's in all of the 3 bundles. The Just Getting Started has the Old Olive as well, but the Grapefruit Grove is in all of the 3 bundles. But you could get the In Colour collection and maybe gift that to somebody else who would be very, very grateful for it, I am sure. Each of the bundles has free items in it. So the idea behind them is that in each of the bundles there is enough to make cards. So in each bundle you get options for making, actually making cards. So it's not just about product that you then need to add stuff to. The only thing you would need to add to any of this, and that would just be as an option, is adhesive. So let me show you the project that I have made. It's based on this project, which is on the sheet, but it's a slightly different project. So it's using, as I say, the Just Getting Started bundle and the note cards and envelopes that are the free product in this particular bundle, and I've embellished both the envelope and the inside of the card as well. This uses all of the products, yes, with the exception of the clear E block. You get a clear block with the Just Getting Started bundle, which is E, which is quite large. So it's large enough to deal with all of the stamps, or indeed any of the stamps, but because I've got other size blocks, I'm using those. So this is the stamp set, and for this project I'm using the flower, this splodge, the little leaf, and the I'm Lucky to Have a Friend Like You. Worth noting that these images are shown on the box at 85%, so they actually are larger than this. So I am using the Very Vanilla cardstock, which is one of the items that's in the pack, and the free note cards and envelopes. So there's an envelope for later and a note card for later. I'm going to start with just a mat that I have cut from the Very Vanilla cardstock, and I've cut it so that it's just a little bit narrower and a little bit shorter than the note card. The note cards and envelopes are, let me grab a ruler that's got inches on, are 3.5 by 5, and my mats are 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. So I've just cut the mat a quarter of an inch smaller. I've also got a scrap that I will need in a moment. So let's start. I've just got a scrap piece of paper here because I will need that. Let's start by, I keep wanting to push. Not used to the new ink pads yet, but they are super, super easy because all you do is open and slide. They get easier to slide the more you use them. So I'm going to ink up my floral. I'm not going to ink all the way to the bottom, although it doesn't matter too much. But I don't need the bottom, so I'm not going to bother. So I'm just going to position that to the right hand side and then ink it up again and just move it round. Now the middle of this is going to end up looking very, very untidy, and that's fine because we're going to cover it up. And ink it up again. Now someone has asked me, I know I've covered it, but someone has asked me what I use on my for my work surface. I have mentioned this in the past, but I know people are joining the channel all the time, so that's fine. Happy to answer it again. So this is actually an artist's board, which I got from a local art shop. It's just made of hardboard, which I think, well, actually it's not, it's MDF. I don't know whether that's translatable to America. Apologies if it's not, but it's multi-density fibre board. Right, so as I said, the bit in the middle is going to look a bit of a mess, but I just want that sort of round. So actually, while I've got this stamp out, I might as well do the other bits of stamping I need to do. So I've got a piece of, say, an artist's works board that they would take out to, I don't know, work out in fields and outside, put on their lap, I suppose. I've covered it with 2 layers of fun foam, and I got what in the UK would be an A3 sheet, so twice the size of our standard cardstock. And I just covered it in 2 layers of that, just with lots of adhesive. And then covered that with this pattern, which is just a piece of wallpaper, actually. It was a piece of wallpaper sample of a brick, or brick wall. And then I've covered the whole lot with double-sided, well, with shiny, sticky back. What I think in Blue Peter terms was always called sticky back plastic. So yes, so that's what it is. It's a bit of a sort of hodgepodge, but it's basically it's foam rubber, but it means I can move it. So if I'm working elsewhere, I did a card challenge. I don't know why I'm closing that because I need it. I did a card challenge at Christmas in a local cafe, and because the table that they kindly let me use was not the flattest in the world, I took this with me because it just goes in my car. Right, so bringing back this, I'm just going to ink up the splodge, stamp off, and stamp over each of the flower heads that's going to show, which is basically these ones around the outside. Don't know why I did that twice. So yes, it's just something I made up. It's movable, so if I need to use my desk for something other than crafting, I can move it, but it works for me. So that's what I use, and it means that using photopolymer stamps, I will just do that one because I'm not sure that's going to be fully covered. So yeah, using photopolymer stamps, it does mean that for the vast majority of them I don't need to use a stamping pad. So that again is just something less to worry about, so I don't need to use the piercing mat, is what I mean. Right, so Old Olive, which is in the starter bundle, and the Teeny Floral. Now this is the new formula of the Old Olive. I might actually just grab the old one in a minute and just see if I can show you just what a difference the new formula makes. A lot of it will depend, of course, on whether my current Old Olive is quite as juicy as this one. Might pop. Do I want them going off the edge? Don't know if I do. Mumble. Right, I'll pop. Yeah, I'll pop one there. And whoops. And maybe one up here. As I say, all this bit in the middle is going to be covered, so I'm not too worried about that. So let me see if I can find my current Old Olive, if you like. Right, so this is my current Old Olive. It's reasonably inked. So what I probably want is something a bit more solid, but I don't have anything a bit more solid instantly to hand. Or I could use that. Right, so this is a retiring stamp set, which is the mixed drinks, which was one of my very, very, very first stamp sets. So I'm going to miss it, purely from sentimental value. So let's just mount that up on a nothing in particular block. Bring in some Whisper White. So this is a solid image. So if I ink it up with the nice new formula, let's see what happens. Nice solid image. So if I then ink it up with the old formula, try and get as much ink on as possible. It's not quite as juicy, but can you see this has got more imperfections because this has got a defoamer in it. So this has got lots of little bubbles, and that's even though that isn't quite as juicy as the new one. So it's going to make a difference, I think, which is interesting, or maybe it isn't. I think it's interesting, but then that's just me. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that whilst I had it out. Let's pop that away and get back to this. Right, okay, so the only thing we've now got to do is grab our scrap of Very Vanilla, which I've now, of course, buried somewhere. There we are, one scrap of Very Vanilla. Now, this is the same, it's one of the mattes, so it's the same width. And I'm just going to ink up the I'm Lucky to Have a Friend Like You and stamp that as far down as I can without going off the edge. Just close that up because I don't need it anymore. And there we go. Just clean that off. I've got one of our chamois over to the side. Right, okay. So, I'm just going to grab a larger pair of scissors. I want to do this without a trimmer. I mean, I know I've trimmed down the cardstock, but I want to try and do it as much as possible as if I were a beginner. So let's use scissors. It's not completely straight, but that's fine. And I'm just going to trim the end off and then flag. So I'm going to go up the middle. This is much the easiest way of flagging your card because then you can just go to the point rather than trying to rather than just doing the cutting, which can mean you end up in the wrong place. So I'm going to kind of bend those up a bit, and then what am I looking for? These dimensionals. Just pop a few of these on the back. Just 4 will do perfectly well because it's not really taking any weight. And pop this across the middle, which covers up all that mess we made. Then grab some glue. Ooh, or shall I? No, as we've still got fast fuse, I might as well use fast fuse. So let's just pop that complete with cat hair. The cats aren't often allowed in here, so I'm not quite sure how I get cat hair in here, but there we go. I do. Pop that on. Fold our cardstock, burnish, and there we have our second card. So this is the first one. Oh, I put extra splodges on the back there, but never mind. And this is the new one. So there you go. Let's clear away the rubbish. Those are our little cards. So as I say, really quick, really easy, really effective. I hope you enjoyed that. Over on my blog post, no, I might, have I written it down? I don't know that I did, so I can't. I was going to say, oh no, I have. Right, so you will remember that in April I did a prize draw for anyone who shopped with me if they spent at least £25 with me and used the host code. Then I entered them into a draw for the retiring Many Marvellous Markers, and I am delighted to say that I have drawn the winner. I won't give the surname because that gives too much information away, and I apologise if I get this pronounced wrong, but it's Waltraud. Anyway, that's who it's gone to, Waltraud. As I say, apologies if that is a really bad pronunciation of your name. I have already posted the markers out, so you should get those in a few days. Many congratulations. The draw for May is also for every £25 you spend using the host code during May. So if you shop with me more than once, I will add those together. Then you will win the colour caddy and each of the core families as detailed in the current, so retiring, annual catalogue. Now, I believe the colour caddy is already out of stock, but it's the regals, the subtles, the brights and the neutrals as per the 2017-18 catalogue, plus the colour caddy. So I hope that tempts you to come and spend with me in May, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thanks a lot for watching.